Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm Steve Shamraz. Welcome to the Now Milwaukee. Many of you, like me, spent at least part of your day shoveling your sidewalks and driveways for a second, third time right here. One of the places hardest hit by winter was Kohler. Over the past few days, that village saw 14 inches of snow. The streets and the trees looking very pretty, all lined with snow this morning. A number of people still out cleaning up, most of them telling us this is not their first time with shovel in hand.
Do you think that's how much came down?
Definitely. For sure. This is my third round of shoveling, and at least it's lightweight. It's not, the heavy heart attack snow.
This is my third time. Last night, again early this morning, and then now.
Sheboygan Falls, you came in at second. Close, though, 13 inches of snow. Officials in Sheboygan County report a very busy 24 hours since midday Monday. They had to respond to multiple crashes. The snow still coming down in Sheboygan this morning when the Daybreak team got in place up there. Sheboygan saw a good amount of snow, not quite enough for school, though, to be canceled. A number of people were still getting up early, getting the shoveling, the snow blowing done and out of the way before heading off to work.
Yeah, just all day, just kept going. I was at work yesterday, just kept checking out every once in a while all day, just kept coming down, just a steady stream pretty much.
Most of the folks we did talk with say not that bad of a job because the snow was so light and fluffy. However, there were definitely mixed feelings about wanting more snow on top of what we've already got. We're good for a while. It looks pretty. And pretty much the same story all along the lakefront. Major roadways through Racine, Sturtevant, Mount Pleasant, snow covered for much of the morning commute. Even with the plows working constantly to keep them clear. Yeah, plenty of snow out there. Hey, if you want any more snow, the police chief in Germantown, he's got you covered. Chief Peter Hale put this picture up along with a description on the department's Facebook page. The chief wrote he got more snow than he needs. He's giving it away for free. All you need to do is come and pick it up, but act fast. First come, first serve before it melts.
Going fast.
And melting is coming sooner than you'd think. Storm Team 4-time now. Jesse Ritka is here. This morning snow, so yesterday morning shovel, a lot lighter than this morning shovel. There was a little bit more density
moisture
this morning.
to it.
Yeah.
However, I mean, there were still people in my neighborhood with the leaf blower out, both last night and this morning. So it was light enough to still use the leaf blower on. But when it comes to anywhere from 2 inches in Fond du Lac to 14 inches in Kohler, 17 inches near Sister Bay.
Wow.
Glendale, 6.4. Milwaukee officially at the airport, 8 inches of fluff.
Where's that Glendale reading from, Jesse?
Yeah, in my backyard. I took an average of 3 readings, and so you have to average them, and you got really all technical. We're going to talk about why some places got a little bit more than others, and it wasn't just lake effect. Right now, satellite and radar, though, showing a few areas with some little flurry activity. This is all going to be wrapping up, though, swinging through portions of Washington, Sheboygan County. Yes, it is still that fluffy, sparkly snow. Temperatures in the teens for most of us, except for Milwaukee. A little urban heat island effect going on, so we're at 20 degrees. The next 12 hours falling to the teens and single digits by morning with wind chills in the sub-zero range. But we're going to talk about trowel. Not a trowel like your garden.
You use it for picking up light snow?
Right, no.
All right, thank you. Another milestone today in construction on the new Bucks Arena. They unveiled a brand new scoreboard. Ben Jordan took a tour inside to show us how that hanging centerpiece will enhance everybody's viewing experience.
This brand new scoreboard is one of the top 10 biggest in the NBA. It's fully HD with 9.4 million LED lights to add to the fan experience. When you're at a basketball game, if your eyes aren't on the court, they're probably checking out the scoreboard. Well, this one will sure be an attention grabber.
It's the largest center hung equally four-sided scoreboard in the NBA.
The Bucks' new centerpiece stands 2.5 stories tall.
Not only one of the biggest, but it's going to also be one of the crispest.
Bucks Senior Vice President Alex Lasry compares its picture quality to what you'd find in a home theater.
Whether you're in the upper bowl, lower bowl, walking the concourse, we want to make sure that this is a place that everyone can enjoy.
The scoreboard's 24 screens allow more space for what fans really want to see.
We can make sure that we're putting stats in one area, game footage in the other, and that's something that you're not quite getting in the Bradley Center.
And can be raised or lowered based on the event.
Hockey and basketball are two different heights based on sight lines.
Overall, Lasry says arena construction is on time and on budget. It's 80% complete with nearly half the seats installed. Seats that are selling fast.
I believe we're at just about over 9,000 season tickets, full season tickets equivalent sold so far.
There's no naming rights update at this point. However, the Bucks organization guarantees it will be chosen by the time this arena is complete this summer. For the Now Milwaukee, I'm Ben Jordan.
It'll be done before we know it. Hey, diehard fans of the Greek Freak, if you're also an avid reader, you might want to get your hands on this limited edition bookmark. Sports writer Shea Serrano tweeted out these pictures of the bookmarks, saying they are expected to sell out quickly. You could already be out of luck. If you're interested, they cost $7, $7 even.
Oh, when you come crash into me.
The smooth, soulful sounds of Dave Matthews Band. Another day, another big Summerfest headliner booked. DMB performing the AmFam Amphitheater July 1st. Tickets go on sale Friday, February 2nd. Still more to come on the Now, including the Packers player headed off to the Pro Bowl after another team's star wide receiver was sidelined. Also coming up, saving on airfare, the window to book your next vacation before the price of a plane ticket goes up again. Citigroup says it will slightly raise pay for women and minorities to help close the gap in pay inequality. The big bank Citigroup says an internal survey shows women in the U.S. get 99% as much as men in similar jobs, and minorities get 99% as much as whites. The bank has not provided figures on average salaries or said just how much those raises will cost. Looking to take a trip? Now's a good time to book one. According to Fare Compare, both domestic and European flights dropped starting in January 9th. After the holiday travel rush, the low fares continue into February. Act fast, though. Fare Compare says those prices will jump up once again closer to February 15th, which is the President's Day holiday weekend. One of the Packers' star wide receivers headed off to the Pro Bowl. The NFL just announced today Davante Adams will be going in place of Atlanta's Julio Jones, who is injured. This will be Adams' first Pro Bowl appearance. The 9th consecutive year a Packers offensive player has gone to the Pro Bowl. Still ahead on the Now, the high-flying sport debuting for the first time next month at the Winter Olympics in South Korea. Also coming up, taking some time to breathe. A new business aiming to give clients a quiet space to unwind in the middle of their day. Welcome back, everybody. With so much going on in our lives, sometimes you just want a little quiet time to yourself. Would you go so far as to pay for some peace and quiet? No matter where you find your space, the Now's Kumasi Aaron found that can be a life changer.
In a world that can sometimes seem chaotic, these four walls have become a refuge, a place where people pay for peace and quiet.
So what is this place called?
This is Breathing Space Daily Retreat Center.
Pamela Day is a life coach and got the idea from her clients.
What was underneath all of that was they needed some peace. They needed to find peace.
So she created a place where they could get it, however they choose.
Let's just take a few deep breaths together, pushing it all out first.
At this appointment, she's leading a client through a breathing exercise and a meditation.
Allowing that breath to fill every part of you, calming you, releasing any tension.
Ken Davis began working with Pam at a time when he says his life was falling apart.
I was at a point where my career had lost its zeal. My energy wasn't there for it any longer. My wife and I were on the verge of divorce, and I'd lost touch with God.
Pam helped Ken turn things around, largely through finding stillness and quiet time to reflect. But Ken says it was hard to find those moments at home.
I discovered that around my house, I'm never going to find that because I had people in and out all the time.
So he comes here and says it makes a world of difference.
So I walk out of here, and I'm pumped, I'm ready, I'm jazzed, instead of historically everything being so busy that, you know, it's just on to work and on to problems, on to stress.
The science backs it up. Quiet time has been found to relieve stress and tension, restore your mind's resources, and even regenerate brain cells. Still, Ken knows to some the idea of paying to sit in a room may seem strange, but he says the benefits are things money can't buy.
A peacefulness, a strength, a joy.
For The Now, I'm Kumasi Aaron.
I feel relaxed just watching that. Hey, the Winter Olympics less than a month away. There'll be a few new sports debuting in Pyeongchang. One of those events, the snowboard big air competition. It promises some high-flying spectacle. While the event might be new to the Olympics, it's been contested around the world, promising a highly competitive lineup of athletes. Next month, a couple of snowboarders looking to finish out their Olympic careers with another medal. The first, the most decorated snowboarder in Olympic history, Kelly Clark. This will be her 5th Olympics if she qualifies. Also, this is expected to be the final Olympics for iconic snowboarder Shaun White. He's hoping for redemption after a disappointing run 4 years ago in Sochi. 22 days away from Olympic coverage beginning here on NBC in today's TMJ4. The Winter Games in Pyeongchang, South Korea kick off February 8th. Let us now head over to Brian Goddard and Jesse Rutka, 2 gold medal geeks.
Oh, thanks.
Wow.
That's really nice.
We're on the podium.
Hey, I'm actually on a box, but, you know, cool.
We need a song. We need a song.
Ooh.
A geek song.
Let's work on that.
All right.
Evan, I know you're on Twitter watching. Work on it. All right, so yesterday was quite the event. This was not your typical Lake Effect setup, but it was pretty sweet to watch as that band just kind of twisted and pivoted.
It was different. It was like a snowplow coming through, because usually it's that, like this, it's that long, narrow band. And instead it
One
just,
place gets hit.
And it's just plowed all the way through the area.
Yeah.
So there we go.
So this is actually kind of Lake Effect, yes, but it's also in combination with what's called a trowel.
A trowel, the old trowel.
A trough of warm air aloft. Hey. So
She's been geeking out about this all day in the Weather Center.
I have been. I really wanted to do a 3-dimensional model of this, but I didn't quite do that. So we have the cold air coming in, and yes, we certainly have that for tonight, and that meets the cool air that we had, and then it traps this little wedge of warm air.
And that just feeds the snow.
Yeah.
And it was crazy, because most of the day yesterday, we had those tiny little snowflakes. Then all of a sudden, when that wedge came through, the flakes got huge. The wind was, it was very peaceful.
Right.
And it was all because of the trowel.
Exactly. I mean, that's where you get the most upward motion. So if you kind of think of it like a winter thunderstorm, we didn't quite get the thunder snow, but you get that little area of higher upward motion, and that's what's going to.
Do you think you would have passed out if you heard?
Oh my gosh, I would have freaked. I would have freaked out if there would have been thunder snow.
So I got home last night
about
7:15, and I described this to you, Jesse. It was a squall coming down in
trowel.
The North Shore around 7:15.
Yeah,
another one happened around 10:30, 11 o'clock last night going home.
Which is why I had to shovel twice.
Again.
You said 3.
Look at how chiseled you are today.
1, 2, 3. Still ahead on the Now.
Good.
I'm here to pump you up, Gata. The change is coming to McDonald's in an attempt to be more environmentally
I will destroy you.
Also, you'll be back. The local school district just named best in the state among the top in the country by Business Insider. Stick around for more bad Arnold impersonations on the Now. Let's catch you up with the Now newsfeed. Former White House aide Steve Bannon has officially been subpoenaed to testify before a grand jury as part of the special counsel's investigation into Russia. That's according to the New York Times. You don't know yet when that could happen. Today, he also testified in private before the House Intelligence Committee. Police say today Cranberry singer Dolores O'Riordan's death is not suspicious. We're waiting to hear from the coroner now what caused her death. As people remember her, sales and streams of the Cranberries' music are way up right now. McDonald's says it is listening to all of us and going green. It will make all of its packaging recyclable by 2025. Right now, just half of it is. It will also put recycling bins in all of its restaurants. Governor Scott Walker today officially naming the week of January 21st as Wisconsin's School Choice Week. 563 events and activities planned for that week to celebrate education. Also sparked some conversations about the options parents have or want to have for their kids in school. Events include rallies, discussions, festivals, school fairs, and more. Meanwhile, the Whitefish Bay School District just voted the best in Wisconsin. My tax dollars hard at work. That's according to Business Insider, ranking the districts in every state. Whitefish Bay getting an A+ in both academics and for teachers, an A on health and safety. Talking Heads fans get a chance to see the band's frontman when he comes to Milwaukee this spring. David Byrne is expanding his American Utopia tour, playing at the Riverside Theater May 15th. Tickets on sale Friday at 10 in the morning. As an added bonus, every concert ticket comes with a CD of Byrne's new album, so you'll know the new stuff as well as the old stuff. Still ahead, a final look at your forecast, plus the new local skating rink now open lets you skate for free. Just in time for our cold weather. Hey, there's a new place to skate in Racine. They made it official by cutting a ribbon today on Racine's new ice rink. It's in Monument Square. Free ice skating every day, 9 in the morning till 9 at night, runs through March or as long as the ice lasts. Free rentals also available depending on the time of day. You go.
He's working on his triple Salchow right there.
So you want to, yeah. We're going to get a Lutz?
Come on, a double toe. Do a Scott Hamilton flip.
I saw I, Tanya over the weekend.
Did you? I heard
highly recommended, everybody. All right, please give us some weather, Jesse Ritka. Save me from talking about movies I've seen lately.
They're wonderful, though. Oscar potential, right?
Yep.
Lots of buzz. So single-digit temperatures tonight, 7 in Milwaukee, 3 away from the lakefront with sub-zero wind chills. Then tomorrow, back in the 20s with just a few clouds. And tomorrow's going to be the coldest day on that 7-day forecast. We're talking 40s by Saturday, rain on Sunday.
I still don't know what a Salchow is, though.
Watch the Olympics. You'll find out.
Thanks for joining us on The Now. We'll see you later.